Yeah, DeLon Wright, Chris Dunn. I think Chris Dunn, DeLon Wright. I think those are my. I mean, obviously a Dennis Smith Jr. would be nice. I think those are all guys that they would benefit from. Defensive pass first guys who have the ability to
What if
score.
they what if they said fuck it and traded for Terry Rozier?
I mean, salary wise, they would have to give up a lot.
Yeah.
Terry makes 23. So just looking at that roster, it'd be like centered around Jonas
Oh boy.
Valanciunas. That's the big
You know
three.
what? Giannis's time has come to a close for me. I'd be interested in that. Give me a guard, give me a set backup center. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do at this point?
Yeah, I think the Pelicans, though, their whole problem, I think, stems from not having a point guard.
Why not get Miles Turner and TJ McConnell?
Who are you giving up?
Does Indiana need anything crazy? Because I could give you Kira,
Well,
Jonas,
salary.
and I'd have to throw in like a Herb, but I don't even know if they would want a Herb.
So hypothetically, if we were gonna do,
I mean, you're also sapping Indiana's playoff abilities there. Sorry, Cyro, continue.
well, all I was gonna say is,
How about if Indiana hits a huge wall and they're like 10 games below 500
so Tyrese gets hurt,
at All-Star?
right? Basically, if Tyrese got hurt. So if you were to trade Miles Turner and TJ McConnell, that's about just under $30 million. Okay. And you look at this, you got 15 obviously from Jonas Valanciunas. Now you look at this, you need to find another 15 million. So you've just found 10 in Larry Nance, who's injured.
So
So,
blurry.
and then it's blurry.
Give him Herb.
Well, I was gonna say, if you then throw in a pick,
Or it's got to be Herb or Trey.
Not worth.
Not worth.
Definitely not for
That's why
Trey.
I'd go with Herb because I think Trey's the future there.
what do you guys think of this trade right here? It is
I mean, they're not gonna do that.
so Pacers technically get one win worse, but right here, if you look at it, Pelicans walk away with Miles Turner and TJ McConnell, and they actually save $1.8 million in salary. The Pacers receive Jonas Valanciunas, Larry Nance Jr.,
Ooh.
Kyrie Lewis Jr., and they get 2 first-round picks, one in
You'd
24,
have to take
which is a
trade.
pick swap, and then they get a unprotected pick in 2027, both from Milwaukee. The Pelicans give up none of their personal picks; they give up the Bucks picks, and they get rid of 2 expiring contracts and Larry Nance, who is injured. That's, I feel like, kind of.
You'd have to do that.
I think the only one who says no is potentially the Pacers.
But 2 first-round picks, they've been asking for 2 first-round picks from Miles Turner for 7 years,
I agree
and they
with that.
finally got it.
I agree with that.
Someone finally bid it. I don't know if that's even something New Orleans needs to do with 2 first-round picks on there.
No, but it's a very actually like not a bad trade for I think both teams in a way. What do you think, Henry?
I think that from a value standpoint, it's fine. Like we were talking the other day about how it's really valuable for Indiana just to make the playoffs and get playoff experience. And I think that this would harm the odds of that.
Yes,
But
but I think this move would be because maybe an injury happens or they become a play-in team and then they go like, okay, hey, maybe it's in our best interest. Like Tyrese is out, like let's create cap flexibility and get draft assets so we can go out and get Miles Bridges, so we can go out and get that other guy to pair up next to Tyrese.
yeah. In the context of an injury or something like that, I like this deal a lot. And I even think that Indiana could probably get slightly more out of it and still come to terms that is favorable for both teams.
Yeah, because in a weird way, if they were like, oh, they did this trade, and then for some reason, Jonas Valanciunas could be perfect pick and roll guy for Tyrese, and it works out. Kyrie Lewis Jr. You're just taking a flyer, maybe.
Which he couldn't be. Jonas could not be
What?
a perfect pick and roll man for Tyrese Halliburton.
We don't know that. I love Jonas Valanciunas. I remember when he got drafted.
So slow.
He's one of the best rebounders in the league.
It's big bone.
So
Yeah.
slow.
Jonas Valanciunas is so good. I love Jonas. I think
I'm a fan of his game also, but you're talking about slotting him into the fastest offensive.
All right, how's
It's not
this?
going to look good.
Jakob Hurtle.
the Raptors
Mile
just
High says the Raps in purgatory.
yeah, but the Raps just traded for him to build around him. I think that was the
Which
whole.
is goofy behavior. But
Oh yes.
I mean, if I were to give you 2 first-round picks, well, you just made your nut back and more.
All right, let's go ahead and pick these games for tonight. Let's start off with the Knicks.
Lake show.
Oh,
Nick show.
well, Knicks.
I'm changed. Changed pick.
So Knicks is first because it's at 7:30. I just thought we'd do time wise.
Nick State.